Suppose one has $100. What will be the result if it is increases by 5%, by 10%, and by 15%? Although I have done it in the previous lecture. To find this amount, when this increases by 5%, the result will be, answer will be, here's the answer. Answer will be $100 into 1 point, write this 5 as 0.5, double digit, and write this 0.5 here, and the answer will be $105. Now, if the money increases by 10%, then you multiply this $100 by 1 point. It is always there 1 point, and then 10 here. That is 1.10, and the result will be $110. If increases by 15%, then you multiply this $100 by 1 point always, and then write 15 as 15 after this decimal, and the result will be $115. Okay, now if this $100 decreases, if decreases by 5%, then what to do? It will decrease also. Then what to do? Make this 5 as 0.5. Write this 5 as 0.5. Subtract this from 100, you get 95. And then put a decimal point here. Make it double digit as we did here. That is 0.5. Subtract it from 100, you get 95, and place a decimal point here. So decreasing by 5%, the amount will be, you multiply $100 by this, by 0.95, and the answer will be $95. If it is decreased by 10%, like 10 here, decreases by 100, subtracted by 100, you get 90, place a decimal here, and you multiply your amount by this, that is 0.90, and you get $90. If there is decrease by 15%, write 15 here, subtract it from 100, you get 85, place a decimal here, and multiply your amount 100 by this, that is 0.85, and you get $85. This is how we do. Okay. Next, there is a car initially at $80,000. This is the initial value, and its value decreases by 15%, by 5%. increases by 5% every year. Every year. What will be the amount after 3 years? What will be the amount after? What will be the cost of this car? What will be the cost of car after 3 years? After 3 years. After 1 year, the cost will be $80,000 multiplied by, it is 5%. So make it double digit, 0.5, and multiply it by 1.05. Okay. After 2 years, the cost will be dollar this into again 1.05, because the increment is 5%. After 3 years, the cost will be 80,000 into 1.05 into 1.05 into 1.05, and on calculating we will get dollar 87240.50. This will be the answer. So you can, if the increment is same percent throughout in every year, if the term increment is increase in cost is 5% in every year, so you can write straight away the amount, the cost after 3 years. It will be the initial cost 80,000 multiplied by 1.05 to the power 3, means after 3 years. If it is after 3 years, write here 3. If it is after 4 years, then write here 4. And then calculate. The same thing you will get. Length of a pencil is 16 centimeter. Length of a pencil is 16 centimeter. Length of pencil is 16 centimeter. In every week, we sharpen it. After 1 week, we sharpen it, and it decreases by, 15%. In every 1 week, in every week, 1 week, it decreases by this. It decreases by 15% when we sharpen it. Okay, decreases. So by 15%. So write 15 here. Subtract it from 100. You get 85. Place a point here, and you have to multiply this length by 0.85. So length after 1 week. After 1 week will be the initial length, that is 16 centimeter into 0.85. You may write this as 0.85 if you feel so. And after 2 weeks, after length after 2 weeks will be the initial. Now it is the initial, and to get, and after again 1 month, 1 week, it will be this into 0.85. And length after 3 weeks will be the length after 2 weeks. This is the length after 2 weeks. And after 3 weeks, it will be into 0.85. That is, in fact, 16 centimeter into 0.85 raised power 3. Here 3 and so here 3 to the power. Okay. Multiply 0.85. 0.85 means 15%. Decrement. Decrease by 15%. Had it been 17%, had it been 17%, you would have written, you would have multiplied this by 100 minus 17, that is equal to 83. Place point here, you would have multiplied it by 0.83. Okay. My calculating will get 9.826 centimeters. Okay. Next question. An investor, an investor starts with $1,000. He or say invest this money in some shares, and that was a bad day. One bad day, one first day, that was a bad day, and he suffers loss. Suffers loss. By what? By 10%. And then next day, whatever he gets, the amount, he again invest that on the next day, and the next day is a better day, a better day, and he suffers and he gains a profit, loss in profit, he obtains a profit of 10%. What will be the next? What will be the net profit or loss? Net profit or loss? Whether there is profit or loss, that you have to think. What is net in 2 days? In these 2 days, okay, we will calculate it. Invest this, and this is the investment, and loss there is, so there is decrease by 10%. So you have to multiply this $1,000 by what? Write 10 here, subtract it from 100, you get 90, place a point here, and you multiply it by 0.90. It means he gets 900. And 10% loss. At the end of the day, the money has reduced to $900 from 1,000. We invest this amount again. Next day, it was a better day. There is a profit. So, as there is profit means profit. As there is profit means increase by 10%. Okay. As there is increase, you will multiply this $900 by 1 point. Whenever there is increment, you have to write 1 point and then this. This will be the amount after the day. In the evening, you will get, and it is $990. 990. 900 into 1.10 is 990. He start investment $1,000 from $1,000, and at the end of the second day, he the money is $990. So there is loss. What is net loss? There is loss in these 2 days, and the loss is $1,000 minus $990. That is equal to $10. Net loss. Why? It was increased, decrease was 10%, and increase was 10%. Why it is not? Why it is not dollar 1,000? Simply because the initial value here is 1,000. While decrement, the initial value is 1,000. While it is increasing, the initial value is 900. Initial value is 900. Here the initial value is 1,000. He suffers the loss. It comes to $900. And now the calculation will be on this 10% increase on this. It is not on this. That is the reason there is a loss. It is not on this. Had this been on 1,000, the both must have been same. Okay, it is 900. Oh, so that is. Thank you.